America, the land of opportunity, home of the brave. We like to think of ourselves as top dog, the big cheese. But lately, things feel different, a little less certain. China is on the rise, their economy is booming, they're investing in technology at a breakneck pace, and they're not afraid to play the long game. Meanwhile, America seems stuck in its old ways, clinging to outdated industries, failing to invest in its future. The signs are all around us. Our infrastructure is crumbling, our education system is falling behind, and our manufacturing base has been hollowed out. We're losing our edge. It's time to face facts, America. The empire is crumbling. Remember those tariffs we slapped on Chinese goods? Yeah, about that. Turns out tariffs are like a boomerang. You throw them at someone else, but they end up hitting you in the face. Sure, they might protect a few American jobs in the short term, but in the long run, they make everything more expensive for everyone. That hurts consumers, it hurts businesses, and guess what? It also makes us less competitive on the global stage. Turns out, other countries don't just sit around and take it. They retaliate with tariffs of their own. It's a race to the bottom, and America is losing. Let's talk about debt, baby. America loves to spend money. We spend money we don't have, and we borrow from anyone willing to lend it to us, including China. That's right, folks. We owe China trillions of dollars, and every year we pay them billions of dollars in interest. That's money that could be going to education, to infrastructure, to healthcare, but instead, it's going straight into the pockets of the Chinese government. Talk about adding insult to injury. We're literally funding our own demise. Think this is the first time an empire has crumbled? Think again. History is littered with the wreckage of empires that thought they were invincible. The Romans, the British, the list goes on. They all made the same mistakes. They overextended themselves militarily. They became complacent and decadent, and they failed to adapt to a changing world. Sound familiar? America is on the same path. We're bogged down in endless wars. Our economy is dominated by a wealthy elite, and we're clinging to the past instead of embracing the future. Section 5. The shifting sands of power. The world is changing, power is shifting, and America is no longer the only game in town. China is rising, Russia is flexing its muscles, and new alliances are being formed. The old rules no longer apply. The days of American hegemony are over. We can't just bully other countries into doing what we want. We need to learn to cooperate, to compromise, to share the stage. This isn't about being weak. It's about being smart. It's about recognizing that the world is a complex place, and that brute force isn't always the answer. Section 6. The wages of war. We love a good war, don't we? We spend more on our military than any other country in the world. But what do we have to show for it? Endless wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, a proxy war in Ukraine. These wars have cost us trillions of dollars, thousands of American lives, and for what? We haven't won a decisive victory in decades. It's time to rethink our priorities. We can't keep fighting wars that we can't win. We need to invest in diplomacy, in development, in peace building. Section 7. Beyond capitalism, a new horizon. Here's a radical idea. Maybe capitalism isn't the be-all and end-all. Maybe there's a better way. Think about it. Capitalism has led to massive wealth inequality, climate change, and a political system that's beholden to corporations. It's time to explore alternatives. Worker cooperatives, universal basic income. These are just a few ideas that are gaining traction. Ideas that could create a more just and equitable society. Section 8. The China Challenge. China isn't our enemy. They're our competitor, and a formidable one at that. But that doesn't mean we have to go to war with them. We need to find a way to coexist, to cooperate on issues like climate change and global trade, and to compete fairly in areas like technology and innovation. It won't be easy. But it's the only way to avoid a future of conflict and instability. Section 9. A Crossroads of Destiny. America is at a crossroads. We can continue down the path of decline, or we can choose a different future. A future of cooperation, of innovation, of shared prosperity. The choice is ours, but we have to act now. The longer we wait, the harder it will be to turn things around, so let's get to work, America. We have an empire to rebuild.